2-minute introduction.
Hi, everybody. I used my name tag or my nameplate.
Please use the microphone.
I used my name tag for my notes, so I hope, and then I'll put it back when I'm done. I'm 63 years old. I've been a lawyer for 37 years, I believe, long time. I'm probably the only candidate in the race who has actually drilled wells as an operating, as an interest owner, and that has legal significance in the oil field. It means you're on the hook for the benefit and the loss. If you drop a string of pipe down there, you have to pay. If you kill cows while you're drilling and the salt water gets out, you have to pay. So I'm not a big oil man. I never was, but I have drilled wells with some guys in Dallas, and I know what it's like to get up in the morning and you read the drilling reports. Currently, 8 of the 10 worst counties in the U.S. for childhood asthma are where? In the Permian Basin. And basically, the Railroad Commission is supposed to be the boss, but the oil companies basically, they do their bidding. And the short version is, the oil companies know that they're robbing the piggy bank. I mean, people in the industry know they're abusing the system, but as long as they let them do it, they're going to keep doing it. Where am I on time? Is there a time?
You got 40 seconds.
Okay, good. All right, so the short version is, in fact, I'll tell you a true story. In 2015 and 16, Christy Craddock sent a letter to Texas oil operators saying, this flaring is going to end. This out-of-control flaring y'all been doing, we're going to reel it in. It's not going to happen. So the commission knew what should happen. And guess what happened? Donald Trump gets in there, and it's full speed ahead. So the Railroad Commission knows what should be done, and I'm going to go down there and nudge them over to the right side, and we'll all do better. Thank you.
Okay, Kelly Stone.
Hi, y'all. I'm a real person. My name is Kelly Stone, and as an educator, an environmental activist, and a mother of 2, I'm running for the Texas Railroad Commission to protect and defend our environment against the greed and destruction of big oil. Here's the thing. The Texas Railroad Commission has nothing to do with trains. I'll repeat that. The Texas Railroad Commission has nothing to do with trains. And they want us to be confused about that, because we've had a system where oil and gas industry insiders have been regulating themselves. We've had a fox guarding the henhouse structure of government, and it's time for change. They don't give a damn about our asthma rates or our cancer rates, and they sure as heck don't care about the endangered species they're eradicating from our planet. Kinder Morgan right now is cutting down trees that are the habitat for the golden cheek warbler. Fact, Texas is responsible for 51% of the venting and flaring of natural gas in the entire United States. Size does matter. Fact, the Texas Democratic Party has named our race, the race for Texas Railroad Commission, the most important environmental race in the country for 2020. Fact, we will see irreversible consequences of climate change by 2030. Time's up. Our house is on fire. So I'm going to sing you a little song to not sound so intense. I've been working on corruption all the livelong day. I've been working on corruption 'cause our reps are all getting paid. You might already know this. I don't sing well, but I'm here to tell it anyway. I've been working on corruption 'cause something's gotta change. Am I right, friends?
Thank you. Okay, Mark. If elected, how would you handle the regulation of pipelines? This is an issue very dear to us in Hays County.
Well, there's two, the way I see it, and legally, there's two main issues. Is this for a minute?
Yes.
Okay, there's two main issues with pipelines. Number one, the pipeline companies have a legal ability to come into your to your beautiful 40 acres and cut a swath through there. Now, the issue is how much they pay. The Supreme Court about 20 years ago said that Walmart, a Walmart shopping center, can be used eminent domain to take your land. That's how crazy it is. But you have redress in the local courts for the amount of money you get paid. So hire the best lawyer you can and litigate it and get paid by a jury. Now, part two is the pipelines. The Railroad Commission is in charge of pipeline safety, and I would encourage, by the bully pulpit, I'm going to be down 2 to 1, but frequent and regular maintenance and inspection. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, Kelly?
Thank you. So Kinder Morgan and all the other companies that are railroading us with their pipelines are able to check a box that says they are for public use. It's a box on a form that goes through the Texas Railroad Commission. So we could add more scrutiny to them declaring themselves of public use. Prove it. Prove it. Do an environmental impact survey. We can require that from the Railroad Commission and change internally that box. We do not have to wait for state legislature. The Railroad Commission could vote on this and decree this. So that could be something so that they are not taking our homes and our land for corporate eminent domain. If it is indeed for public use and not for your profit through export, we need to prove it. So that's what I think about. And I will say, and Mark Watson has said he's responded to emails, I'm the only person running for Texas Railroad Commission that supports a ban on fracking. The pipeline problem is that we have flaring, right? And that's what they tell us. We need the pipelines to stop lighting the natural gas on fire. We should stop fracking to stop the flaring.
Thank you. Okay, Kelly, you're still up. How would you propose to better protect our state's natural resources, which have often been put in jeopardy in favor of oil and gas interests?
Thank you for that question. A lot of times I'm asked that question, and it's posed as, how do you balance the interest of oil and gas with that of our natural resources? And the way that I see it is, we haven't been balanced at all. We have not been protecting our natural resources. And in order to restore balance, we have to lean more heavily on protecting our natural resources. That's my short answer.
Thank you. Mark, same question.
Okay, well, would you repeat the question?
How would you propose to better protect our state's natural resources, which have often been put in jeopardy in favor of oil and gas interests?
Well, it's interesting. The mission statement of the Railroad Commission is 50% oil production and 50% natural resources. And that includes caring for it once you leave the site. In the last 25 years, it's gone lopsided. All they really care about is producing more oil, digging more coal, and I mean, it's the environment and the natural resources are a second thought. I want to mention I got up this morning at 4 a.m. and drove down here, so I'm a little bit dingy. But if no matter which Democrat, if one of us wins, it's not going to turn green overnight, okay? But remember what I said in the first part of my speech. They know they're robbing the piggy bank. They know they're abusing the system. They know they're abusing the public. And so they know it's coming, and one of us is going to steer them in the right direction. But it'll take time.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you very much for coming today.
Is there another question for me?
No, it's 2 questions, and you both answered them. Thank you so much.